Yeah, absolutely. When you pressed 501 pounds on that USPA platform, what was going through your mind in that exact moment?
Man, that took one hell of a try. So that was you're looking at when I finally did it, that was the sixth try on the platform. I
Wow.
failed it 5 times on the platform before then. And what's crazy is I hit it a million times in my home gym and then get to the platform and just couldn't do it, dude.
Yeah.
But finally, like, man, I just felt like finally I got it done. Like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? And it was a sense of a relief because, like, I told everybody I was going to do it. You know what I mean? I told everybody I was going to do it. And then, I'll be honest with you, after 5 times of failing it, you think about stopping. You think about, like, damn, I don't know if I could do another freaking string cycle, go through that again, like, try to maintain the calorie count, yada, yada. It's just so much goes into it, like it wasn't
Yeah.
just a hobby for me. I was trying like elite numbers.
Yeah.
So, a lot went into it, man. And, yeah.
What did that moment feel like to you? Can you remember what was going on in your head in that moment?
Oh yeah, I felt like I could have, dude. I could have had a 10-foot pecker at the moment, dude. Yeah, I felt like the coolest dude in the world. I had all my buddies there. Everybody was watching. I had a huge crowd. Like, dude, I felt like the
Yeah.
man. And I said I was going to do it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I remember saying that was the time I was like, I know I've tried this 5 other times and I failed 5 other times, but I was like, the sixth time I'm telling you I'm going to do it. I'm going
Yeah.
to do it. And it was like a mental shift, but like it really took a mental shift for me. Like, I don't know. I had it on my phone. I wrote it in chalk on the walls before I worked out, like 500 pounds. Like I obsessed with it. I remember a professor being like, I must be boring as hell. This dude's got his mouth open just chilling because I was like, just chilling.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I was like, I'm thinking about bench pressing 480 for a triple today. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? So I was
Yeah.
like obsessed at this point. I was like, I'm going to do it. And then so I feel like that was the biggest mind shift I possibly could have had. For
Yeah.
some reason, from the fifth try to the sixth try, I was like, I'm getting this shit up.
Yeah. Dude, that is so, so cool. When I was watching your videos and dude, it like blew me away to see you like doing that. It was like extraordinary. And then I seen you playing around, not playing around, but doing the with the bulls. Like, dude, I was like, you're literally, despite you being an amputee, like you're literally living quite, like you said earlier, the life,
Yeah,
you know? It's
I feel like I got one cool life, dude. I really do. I feel like I got a cool ass life.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. To like see you doing that and to be navigating, your circumstances and to literally turn, what arguably many people probably stay in, in a victim mentality or feel sorry for themselves. Like you were literally turning this negative experience into a positive.
Yeah.
And you're changing lives, along the way too, which is amazing.
Well, it's kind of weird, right? The way you think about, I mean, the way we think about it, because like, yeah, I mean, okay, if you just offered me a pair of legs, I would probably take them still to this
Right.
day, right?
Yeah.
But it's very, very like, but then again, though, I wouldn't take all this time I have without them away because, like, dude, there's no way I could have reached the people I've reached if I had some legs on me. There's no way my tentacles could reach as far as they did, and I could have changed lives the way I've changed lives if I've had them. So like I'm kind of fortunate by not having them. It's kind of get it's weird because you question what's your purpose, but in the sense it's like you're already living it. You know what I mean? You're living your purpose.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're fulfilling your life purpose or your life's destiny?
I don't think I'll ever feel like that. To be honest, if I'm being completely honest with you, Bubba,
Yeah.
yeah, I still question that to this day. Like, am I using every asset for the better? Am I helping as many people that I can help? Am I paying it forward as much as I want to pay it forward? Am I a staple in the adaptive community as much as I want to be? Am I a role model even? You know what I mean? Am I a good role model at that? Am I somebody that a little kid could look up to? Am I somebody that if I was a parent, I wouldn't want my kid looking up to? You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
I ask these questions on a daily basis. I feel like.
Yeah. Did Did that lift feel more physical or more symbolic of everything you have overcome?
Um, Man, that's a good. Okay, if it was symbolic more than physical,
Yes.
yeah, I feel like it was definitely a staple in my life. Yeah, hell yeah, I would say that it's more symbolic, just because like I don't know, dude. Like it took a lot.
Yeah. Was did
It was a lot.
how many years of
Like
discipline?
I, I, I ain't gonna act like it's just easy to. It's a lot of work and discipline. What?
Sorry, it's freezing up a little bit. Can you say what you just said right now?
Okay, I got you. I got you. Now you said, what was your question again? Sorry.
So like what was the symbolic, when you lifted up the what was the meaning, when you lifted up that single rep? Was it more
Oh,
symbolic
that
than
you can conquer
physical?
anything you put your mind to. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's definitely symbolic. I mean, it's definitely a mental game, dude. It was like, yeah, you could do anything you put your mind to. There's no, dude. The day I hit 400 pounds. If you had told me I'd have been doing 500 pounds, I'd have told you, dude, I don't even want to do 500. Like, I don't even care to do 500. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
to even think that you would chase something that to even think I would chase something that was that high is kind of insane. And to conquer it just like lets me know that I'm still I'm still proving people wrong. I'm still doing the damn thing out here. So yeah, it was definitely a symbolic lift for me, or a symbolic moment for me.
Yeah. That's huge. How many years, like, for someone, for the audience listening, myself included, how many years of discipline went into, before you lifted up those 500 pounds? Like how many reps, you had to put in, how many years, how much dedication and hard work, for it all leading up to a
So
single moment.
so like I said, from high school to well in my 20s, I stayed working out, and I didn't have no strength program or nothing like that, but I would just do heavy bench press because I liked it. Well, it was kind of ironic that I started working at this CrossFit gym doing uh I was working out in front of this powerlifting coach, and he kind of like was like, "Bro, what's your numbers right now? What are you maxing out at?" I was like, "Man, I don't know, probably like 430, 420." And he was like, "Dude," he was like, "How much you weigh?" And at
Yeah.
the time, I weighed a lot less than what I weigh now, but I would say like I weighed like 100 and like 40, 100 and like
Wow.
30, something like that. And he was like, "Man, I think you can, like, if you sign up for some competitions, you can break some records. You can even like
Yeah.
take some Paralympic records like unofficially."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "With a good program, you could." And I was like, "Well, start the program for me." And so like, but with that being said, that was from high school. I started working out eighth grade to, let's just say, I met Dubs at 24 years old, and I did the bench press at 25 years old, I think. So,
Wow.
oh no, 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 I met him at 24. I did it at 26. Sorry. Yeah, I did it at 26. So like it was 2 years of straight working with him, like only powerlifting though, because I was crazy into CrossFit beforehand. So I was not in powerlifting shape, even though I kept a strong bench press on me. I was not in like strength training.
Yeah.
And like I left CrossFit and I went straight to powerlifting for 2 years chasing that 501. Because I mean it was kind of crazy because the record was only like 460, 470 pounds, but I didn't care about that record. I just wanted the 500 just because
Yeah.
it's 500 pounds, score ton. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's just the number alone. It's cool.